Just have one glass of wine. Come on, one slice of cake won't kill you. Why can't you skip the gym? You're getting obsessed, you know. There's probably a really uncomfortable conversation that we ought to have that we don't want to have. And that is how women absolutely undermine each other's progress at every opportunity. And chances are, if you're trying to make a change right now, or you've tried to make changes in the past, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you're perhaps dealing with that right now. You know the scenario. You're in your second week of a new diet, and you go out for coffee with your friends. One friend orders a slice of cake. The other friend goes, oh, well, you know, I'm supposed to be on a diet, but one slice of cake won't kill me. Do you want a slice of cake? And you say, no, I'm all right, thank you. And they go, what? Because you're always the person that orders cake. And they look at you and you look at them, and there's this awkward moment where you don't want the cake because you've committed to doing a thing. They want you to have the cake because they also had committed to doing a thing, but they're now not doing the thing because they want to have cake in the moment, right? And then suddenly you're just the boring one. Now, I've been there, I remember it, and I remember having to say no, and I remember like some of my friends being like, oh, you're just not the same anymore. You're less fun. You're boring. Just have, one glass of wine. It won't kill you. You're obsessed with the gym now. Oh, one slice of cake won't hurt anything. Oh, what's one takeaway? Come on, let's go out for dinner. Forget this healthy eating business. And the one that got me the most was, you've changed. And it's kind of sad that, your friends make you feel this way when you're trying to do something positive for yourself and they don't necessarily recognise it the same way. Sometimes it's as subtle as an eye roll that you catch that you're not meant to when you start talking about the gym. Or when you talk about what diet everybody's following and you talk about meal prepping or calories or protein, and that little palpable bit of tension in the air that you kind of feel and you know it's there, but it's not really spoken about. So you just start to feel a little bit uncomfortable and a little bit less like sharing. Or you don't post on your social media that you've been to the gym, or because you know that they've seen it, you know that they've scrolled right by it and just gone, oh, she's at the gym again. And the thing that makes it so confusing is these are the people that love you. These are the people that care about you the most, that want the absolute best for you in the world. And it's really hard to see them behave that way and make you feel small for trying to do something better for yourself. Here's why I think it feels like they're working against you. I actually don't think most of it comes from a place of malicious or bad intent. I think most of it comes from insecurity. And your progress is like a mirror that you're holding up to them and you're showing them that they could have this too. And because they're not taking those actions and they're not doing those things, it makes them feel a little bit uncomfortable about themselves, about what they're doing and why they can't make those same choices that you're making. So it's easier to pull you back to where everyone else is or where they think you should be than it is to address the fact that they're feeling a little bit insecure about how their behaviours are and how much progress they're making. So I don't always think that it's maliciously done. I think sometimes it's maliciously done, but I think mostly it comes from a place of they want to keep you exactly where you are because you all have a collective identity. And when one person starts to do something different, it changes the dynamic a little bit. It's also easier to do that than confront the fact that they aren't doing those things. There's this concept called tall poppy syndrome. I've also heard it called tall weed syndrome, where you're absolutely fine when you are doing the same things as everyone else. And the moment you get taller, so your weed or your poppy grows above everyone else's and what they're doing, everybody wants to cut you back down to size so that you conform and you fit in to the social norms, if you like. This is where I think men actually do it better. There's a bit of banter, there's a bit of piss taking, there's a couple of slaps on the back, and then it's all forgotten. Women seem to do this a little bit more viciously and make the whole process feel a little bit more uncomfortable and draw it out a little bit too much. And that's not a criticism, because I have probably been guilty of doing that to my friends as well as having it done to me by my friends. So I get it from both sides. So what do you actually do when the people around you are making the process harder than it needs to be? First off, you can try telling them what you're doing. So we women are very good at doing things in silos in secret. And if your friends don't understand the bigger picture and what you're trying to achieve, there is the possibility that they're not trying to undermine your efforts. They just don't understand what's going on for you right now. So they might just think you're being awkward and difficult because they haven't got a clue what's going on up here. So you could try telling them and giving them an opportunity to be supportive before you just assume they are trying to undermine. Second, be selective where you can. We have all got those friends that are like a mood hoover, and we've got friends that feel incredible to be around, who are inspiring and motivating. The more time you can spend with the people who feel motivating and the people that inspire you, the better you will feel about yourself. I've built a gym community of people who cheer each other's successes, and it's lovely to see a group of people who are collectively happy when other people have succeeded and other people have done well. And that community helps drive each other forward. So if you can find your people and you can find your community that will help make you better and pull you up when you're not feeling it, all the better. Find your people online, in the gym, wherever they may be, but find the people that are going to pull you up, because this is like gold. People that pull you up and cheer your success is absolutely crucial. Find them and embrace them. They don't want to cut you back down to size. They want you to do well. Second, be selective where you can. I've built a whole gym community of people cheering each other's successes, and I know how valuable that can be. And I know there's a community out there, either online or in your local gym or in your local coffee shop, for example, full of people just like you who want to help you move to that next level, who want to inspire you, who want to motivate you and don't want to pull you back down to size. So find them and get involved and be as motivating to that community as you want them to be to you. Third, accept what you can't change. You can't always change your work colleagues short of getting a new job, and there are some friends and family members that, although you love them, will always try and undermine your efforts. You can't change those people short of cutting them out of your life, which I know you don't want to do because I didn't want to do it either. But here's what you can do. You can set boundaries though, and you can manage expectations. It's not always as simple as just removing these people from your life, although some days you might want to, but in the long term you really don't. What you can do though is try to understand where it's coming from. And if it is their insecurity, then it is not your problem. And the most powerful thing you can do in that scenario is just keep going anyway, because nothing is more powerful than shutting them up by showing them the results that you've got. Fourth, and the one that I think people really don't talk about enough, how can you empower these people to come along on the journey with you? Because chances are the friend who's trying to undermine you is equally unhappy with where she is too, or where he is too, let's be gender neutral, where they are too. And just because you're feeling good about what you're doing right now, that sometimes shines that spotlight on them and makes them feel a little bit left behind. So how can you bring them with you? What conversations can you have with them that make them feel like they want to join in too? The person rolling their eyes at your gym post probably just wishes that they could do what you were doing too, and just doesn't know how or doesn't know where to start. And they perhaps just need a little bit of a gentle nudge in the right direction or a helping hand to help them get started. I think one of the most powerful things you can do is turn that negativity that you can't shield yourself from into something else entirely and make it into a positive. Grab them by the hands, engage them in the process, and try and take them with you if they'll come. This is a reminder that you are allowed to want more for yourself than the people around you want for themselves. You are allowed to outgrow relationships, situations, workplaces, and people. You are entitled to be a tall poppy or a tall weed if you wanna. Find the people who are going to cheer for you. Invest all your effort in those relationships, because those are the people that are going to be by you in the end. And use the eye rolls and the negative comments and the "oh, you're so boring's" to fuel the fire, to help you keep going on your journey. Keep going anyway, because the women rolling their eyes Don't. Keep going anyway, because the women in your corner. Keep going anyway, because the people in your corner matter infinitely more than the ones rolling their eyes ever will. This is the stuff that we talk about in coaching. Not just training, nutrition, macronutrient split, step targets. We talk about the stuff that makes losing fat and getting in great shape really, really difficult. And one of those things is the social situations that we found ourselves in, the interpersonal relationships that we've got with the people around us that can make the journey either really, really easy or really, really difficult. Well, not really easy, but, it can make the journey significantly easier if you've got people in your corner. Like, I dieted for my photo shoot last year, and there's absolutely no way I could have done it without having Sarah on board and doing the things along with me at that point in time. And having her there made that so much easier than it would have been without her. Anyway, I have rambled on enough for today. I want you to go out there and inspire some people. Post your gym pictures. Don't feel uncomfortable about it. Say no to a slice of cake. Turn down a glass of wine. You keep going. And if you need some advice from someone who gets it, my DMs are always open. You can message me. And if you want some more conversations like this, hit subscribe and I will catch you in the next